Final Fantasy is bringing us another legendary god commander, but this one can be colorless and is not an Eldrazi. Ultima Origin of Oblivion is a 5 generic cost commander with flying, and whenever Ultima attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap to add a colorless mana. Whenever you tap a land for colorless mana, add an additional colorless mana. So your basic islands and mountains and forests and swamps and all you that. Sol Ring, congrats, you have a Sol Ring. We all have Sol Rings. You're welcome. Well, I have Sol Rings, you don't, but whatever. So while the commander itself isn't an Eldrazi, we're basically using this to be about as mean as Eldrazi, and we're gonna go ahead and just throw in all of the usual suspects. So we have Ulamog the Defiler to have a beefy, stompy boy to hurt your opponent's libraries and permanents. We have a Void Winnower, so your opponents can't have any fun, because who wants that? Glaring Fleshraker for some passive damage, and little guys you can sack for mana, and It that Betrays to take the permanents you're forcing your opponents to sacrifice and keep them for yourself. It's our deck now, babe. We're also obviously going to be hurting our opponent's mana bases as well as encouraging our own. So we want to copy the triggered ability with something like Echoes of Eternity to be able to hit 2 lands we or our opponents control. The extra colorless mana should always benefit us while slowing our opponents down. This also gives us the perfect excuse to use Ugin the Spear Dragon, because everyone's going to be super cool about that and everyone's going to love that you played this deck at the table, and no one is going to be upset about this for any reason ever. It's okay sometimes to punish the blue player by taking their mana. Tell them I sent you.